Are you a micro influencer that wants to work with brands, but maybe feeling a little stuck on how you're going to start pitching? If so, you are in luck because today's video is dedicated to the micro influencer. I want to go over some pitching strategies that you guys can start to implement so that you can start working with brands and landing those paid brand deals. For those of you new to my channel, hello, welcome. My name is Nina Zeta. I'm the co-founder of Sidewalker Daily. And Sidewalker Daily, we work with brands on their influencer marketing, and we are the ones that are basically developing these campaigns from start to finish, paying influencers like yourselves to work with our clients. And we also work with influencers on their business strategies via one-on-one coaching, group coaching, our courses, and all of that. So today's video is really meant to help the micro influencers get that confidence and get some strategies so that they can pitch better. Now, I wanted to start today's video with just giving you a little boost of confidence, okay? As I mentioned, I work on the brand side, and I want to let you guys know, if you are a micro influencer, that times are shifting, and they're shifting in your favor. You see, when influencer marketing was starting maybe 5 years ago, brands were really heavily concerned with all the big numbers, and they didn't really understand influencer marketing the way they do now. And now we're seeing a lot more budgets open up for micro influencers because you guys have amazing audiences that really trust you. They're super engaged. We'll see micro influencers have way higher levels of engagement, and you guys are really great at targeting local audiences, which a lot of brands want to do. A lot of my brand clients, we have very specific cities that we want to go after when it comes to targeting certain audiences. So who best to work with? The micro influencers in that city or town. So I just want to give you guys some confidence that micro influencers are literally taking over, if we want to say, when it comes to effectively working with brands, and that there is space for everyone. So for today's video, I'm going to jump in and give you guys some pitching tips. Now, before I do, make sure to hit subscribe and that little bell so that you're notified on all things influencer marketing and social media strategy to stay up to date. And if you're a micro influencer that is looking to work with brands in a more serious capacity and you're really set on pitching, then definitely opt in to my 3-part training. It's a free training for those who are interested in working with brands. I go over so much. It's like really, really intense and amazing, and it's free. So you should go ahead and sign up so that you can get access to that. Okay, so when it comes to micro influencers, and I'll be sharing like the brand perspective also, one of the main things that you guys should be focusing on is a localized approach. It's really important for micro influencers when they're first starting out to really develop a strong local presence before they jump and try to target other cities. So what I mean by this is, like, let's just say my client, has a very specific city. We're trying to target like Dallas moms. Okay, let me just put that out there. Moms that are based in Dallas. If an influencer from New York that has, 10 million followers reaches out to me, it doesn't matter because it's not helping me reach my goal of targeting Dallas moms. So again, this is why it's important, if you have that, if you're just starting out, if you're looking for an angle, to really focus on growing your local market and your audience in your market, because then you can use this as leverage when you're pitching to brands. You always want to pitch to brands with your audience in mind, right? And by saying, I have a very local audience of this destination, this is going to make brands that are looking to target that destination, it's going to up your chances of being able to work with them, right? Also, you want to consider when you're going local and when you're really growing that local audience, there's money to be made in your hometown. You don't have to pitch to global brands. You can pitch to brands that are really local as well. And what a perfect fit that would be, right? If you're a local blogger and you're reaching out to, I don't know, like a beer garden or a restaurant or a hotel, and you're like, I have this local audience, and your pitch is really creative and shows why you are able to, drive potentially traffic to the store or visits or whatever the goals may be, it's going to help increase your chances of getting the work. Now, again, the same thing goes. If there's a local restaurant, why would they want to work with an influencer that is not based in that city? You are the perfect person to get the job, especially if you're looking for paid brand deals. I can't stress the importance of focusing on a localized approach, both in growing your audience, but also in your pitching efforts. You don't have to go after the big fish. Start at home. What's really great about starting at home is that you can meet people in person, you can get those testimonials, you can re-pitch to them in the future for more work, being able to build those relationships with the PR agencies, whether they be based in your hometown or the brand, is only gonna help you with future work. Now, my second tip when it comes to micro influencers is to understand your position in this space. If you're reaching out to a brand and their goal for maybe what they're looking to do with influencers is brand awareness, you may not be the right fit, because usually brand awareness campaigns are with influencers that have tons and tons and tons of views on their content, right? So it's all about how do you position yourself. Now, I have a video all about influencers versus content creators that you guys can check out, where I kind of go over the differences. But if you're just starting out, you may want to position yourself as a content creator, as someone that can produce content for the brand's channel. So you're no longer saying, hey, like, work with me, I'll post on my channel. You'll say, hey, I'll create content, paid, of course, but you can put it on your channel. I personally run influencer campaigns all the time. And when I tap into micro influencers, a lot of the times it's for content. These are paid campaigns, and we are going after the micro influencer to help, our content, because guess what? Everyone needs content, right? Like, we all need it. Every brand is looking for photos and videos and reels and TikToks, and who better to make it than someone like you who was already so experienced? So if you're able to position yourself as a content creator, this can help you get the work, especially when you don't have that big following, when you have that smaller following. And with that, if you are positioning yourself as a content creator, make sure you have that portfolio. It's super important to have a portfolio to use to pitch. So you can say, hey brand, I can shoot this type of content, and here's my portfolio for you to take a look at. It's going to support your vision and support your pitch. So you're going to absolutely want to have that ready, so when you're actively pitching your content side, you have something to show. Another tip that I love for micro influencers is be strategic in your research. If you notice other micro influencers in your niche tagging brands in paid partnership, those are great leads for you to go after. Alternatively, if you see brands working with micro influencers in another paid capacity, you should also be taking note of this. It's important to look for brands that are already working with micro influencers, because this means that they get it and they want you, and they probably have a whole campaign set up to work with micro influencers. Not all brands want to work with the influencers with the 100,000, 200,000 plus followers. I'm telling you this because I know strategies are changing, budgets are changing. Now, I'm not saying that the influencers with those numbers aren't getting work. They are. It's just based on different goals. So if you are a micro influencer, you're definitely going to want to make sure to reach out to brands that are already working with micro influencers like yourself, because that's going to make the pitch that much easier and less of a stretch, because they're working with people like you. If you're a micro influencer and you're stressed about your rates in the very beginning, remember, don't compare yourselves to what other people are making. I often say it's important for us to, think of ourselves as like an entry-level position. When you're just starting off, you get paid differently than when you're more experienced. This is like in the corporate world as well. When you're first starting, your salary is different than when you have a lot of experience under your belt. So I really wouldn't stress about, how much you're getting paid. You're in a position that you need to get the experience, you need to get the testimonials, you need to get, the work, so that you can include that into your media kit, include that into your pitch, in your email signature, whatever it is. You need to actually get the work. So obviously it's important to get paid. And if you are looking to figure out your rates because you're super confused, I'm going to leave a link below to my Pitching to Brands Mastercourse. It is the holy grail of working with brands and getting paid. And I have an entire section on coming up with your rates, because I know how important that is. And I share the formula that I use on the brand side to value your posts. So I'm giving away the details in that. So you can take a look below and see if you want to learn more. So I hope this video helped my micro influencers out, gave you guys a good place to work with, gave you the confidence to pitch, because brands do want to hear from you. And like I said, my Pitching to Brands Mastercourse is going to take your pitching to the next level, because it is a super comprehensive training that goes into so so much on all things working with brands and getting paid by brands. So again, I'll leave that link below. Let me know what you guys think of this video, of the tips that were shared. If you're a micro influencer, I want to see your social platforms. Leave them in the comments so I can go check you guys out, and I will see you in the next video.